yeah, there was something missing. So definitely the interiors had to be done, for which, yeah, we were looking for an interior designer, and that's where Unico pitched in. As I previously mentioned, and when it was just a bare shell, right? It was everything empty. We both had thoughts in our mind, right, that we want some things that should be placed at the right area. So, like just an example for temple, right? आम्हाला तो टेम्पल तिकडेच पाहिजे होता. Or maybe where should be the cupboards and all those things, TV units. So we had that idea, but as I said earlier, I mean, it to bring that idea into reality, there should be someone from the interior side, right, who should be working on that. We always wanted a simple and elegant looking home. We wanted always to be cozy. We never wanted a clutter or a busy home, right? So that's what our idea was. It shouldn't be looking like very busy. So wherever we are going, right, there is a distraction around. We wanted to keep it simple and elegant. See, a house needs to be turned into a home. So for that, we were always like, yeah, we should have the right interior designer. We were searching for them, and we already have seen some reels of Unico on Instagram, as well as the reviews on Google, as well as visited the Unico sites. I have seen the interviews of Thomas sir, Justin sir, and Jeffrey. And the thing was, my friend, one of the colleague, right, from the past company, I came to know that he was also was doing the interior designer, and he has hired Unico. So that was the time I got in touch with Unico. I went and saw his home. I went and saw other projects where Unico was working on, and that's when actually we decided that, yeah, we'll be at least having our shortlist Unico in one of our top 3. When we first got in touch with Nirmit, and then I think he brought in Jeffrey for the first time, and that the professional behavior and the things that actually, I mean, yeah, we weren't knowing, right, at that time, and how it should go. Even though we had a basic or a bare minimum idea, right, how a home should look like, but yeah, after having a word with Jeffrey, right, I mean, he made us confident. I would say maybe 80% confident that we should be going with Unico. But again, the follow-up meetings, we were very confident that we'll be going with Unico.
आम्ही जेव्हा युनिको टीमला भेटलो तेव्हा आम्ही 3च आयडिया त्यांना शेअर केल्या की आम्हाला एक सिम्पल, एलिगंट आणि पण त्याच्यामध्ये थोडासा एक मॉडर्न टच हवा आहे, आणि ते पूर्ण आमचं युनिकोनी फुलफिल केलंय.
I think at every point, right, since Dhanashri was our interior designer, I mean, for every small things, from switches to colors to material selections, she was every time with us. I think, yeah, we almost had, and we were like a family for almost 2 to 3 months, right, whenever the time that this project was going on. So I think from the smallest thing to the toughest thing, right, Dhanashri was always with her, and she really helped us to make this possible. हॉलचे हे आम्ही डिझाईन जे केलंय ना, ऍक्च्युली that was something we really wanted, something attractive and photogenic space into the hall. So that's when this wall design actually came in. I mean, they were pretty approachable, right? And we were always getting an update for the day-to-day activities. So I would say it was almost stress-free. म्हणजे आम्हाला असंच कधी स्ट्रेस आलं नाही की बाबा काम होतंय नाही होत आहे. I mean, we were pretty much getting the updates, whatever happening, and yeah, the timeline वगैरे पण सगळे ते मॅट करत होते. If you ask me, I mean, yeah, I like the dining area along with the drawing area, right? It's the one I enjoy a lot sitting over here. Every room of our house, right, when you see it, I mean, you will not feel it like a cluttered one or a busy one. So that is how we wanted it, and definitely Unico helped us to design it that way. And specifically, if I talk about the kitchen area, right, the modular was also designed in such a way, right, that how we wanted to keep the utensils, म्हणजे सगळे भांडे कुठल्या साईजचे वगैरे आहे हे सगळं जाणून घेऊन त्यांनी ते डिझाईन केलं आहे. The whole modular is designed beautifully, but specifically the one thing which we wanted right into the small space was our आमचा जो पाण्याचा मटका आहे आणि एक्वागार्ड आहे हे ॲक्च्युली लपल्या गेलं पाहिजे एका जागी. सो इट शुडंट बी अन ओपन वन. सो दॅट वॉज ऑल्सो बीन थॉट बाय धनश्री अँड शी पुट दॅट आयडिया ॲक्च्युली इन टू रियालिटी. Whenever we went for a laminate selection or other things, right? From our perspective or whatever we visualize are very different. And then we were always thinking of some color in our mind, right? But Dhanashri always suggested that this is not going to suit, right? Or maybe this is not what we should go with. So she was always having better idea. And when it was implemented again, right? Lamination for each and every room, the color combination which we have, it was perfect. So whenever you are waking up, so it's like the peacefulness, right? Which we feel that it's like something. The calmness and the peacefulness which we get is something I can't actually explain. So that's the thing.
ऍक्च्युली मला जसा देवघर हवं होतं तसं युनिकोनी पूर्णतः तसं बनवलं, किंवा मे बी मी म्हणेल की त्यापेक्षाही छान त्यांनी बनवून दिलं. आणि सेकंड, देवाराच्या बाजूला जे क्रॉकरी युनिट जे मला हवं होतं, जे फार खूप मोठं नाही आणि खूप त्यांनी जागा सुद्धा ऑक्युपाय नाही केली पाहिजे होती, तर तसं डिझायनिंग मध्ये त्यांनी बनवलं आणि ते तसं छान बनवून पण दिलं आहे.
ॲक्च्युली आता हे घर होऊन माझं ऑलमोस्ट 3 to 4 months झालेले आहे इंटिरियर कम्प्लीट करून. ऑलमोस्ट वी हॅड 3 to 4 functions over here. But that time when we had our puja, right, and when the guests came in, so they were like amazed. When they saw the lighting combinations, the color combinations, and everyone liked it. And even my cousins, whenever they are coming in, right, they always tell us how peaceful your home feels like, and also as for the interior, right, how elegant it looks like. I have a son named Ved, right? So he's around 10 years old. So when we went into the design process also, right, he was also pretty much excited since he was going to get his new bedroom. So he was pretty much active with the color combinations he wanted, and he always needed a study table for him, then something unique, the RGB light concept, right, and then something to be on his wall, right? So some kind of piece. So that is how it turned out to be. The design on the on the cupboards or the designs with the study table, right, and even choosing the lights for his rooms, right. So this was all well designed. This was well in discuss with Dhanashri, and I think even the POP structure, right, what designs we need into the POP, simple yet elegant. So even he had the same idea, so which was already put into the design, right, by Dhanashri, and it actually turned out the same way. I have already recommended Unico to the people, right, who came to my house during the puja. They did inquire who was your interior designer, which firm did you hire, right? So I already recommended them, and in the future also, right, if anyone is going to ask me, I would be definitely recommending them, because the professionalism they carry, and with the it's never like something like a client and a owner, right, doing something. It's always like a family. Whenever we sat, right, at Unico offices also, or during our Zoom meetings or calls, right, we always like a family discussing the things, right. So I would definitely recommend Unico to anyone, right, who is looking for the interiors of their new home, or maybe want to turn their current home into a stylish and modern design. So to start with, right, Jeffrey and Justin, right, the architects. So those two people were the one, right, from whom we got convinced that we should be hiring Unico. The third person and the most important, I would say, is Dhanashri. So very much, I would just like to thank her very, very much for staying with us for this entire 3 to 4 months of designing. And yeah, she was throughout with us for each and every selection, I would say. But I would say almost more than 90% of the selection that we have made for our interiors, right? I mean, she was the pillar behind it, and to move it, right? All the workers, right? Even the site coordinator Salim Bhai, right? He was pretty much involved whenever we had some discussions, right? Because he was visiting the site, and we were not feeling, and we were feeling right. This is not something it is going right. So he was the first person who used to handle it and yeah, make the corrections into it. And apart from these guys, right, the entire Unico team, I would say the carpenters have done a wonderful job. Then yeah, we had some plumbing work which had to be done, some civil work, right? So everyone who was a part of our journey, right? Yeah, I'm very much thankful to all those guys.
थॉमस सरांनी सुद्धा खूप हेल्प केलेली आहे. जे जे आम्ही थोडंफार सिव्हिल वर्क आमच्या घरामध्ये केलेलं आहे त्यामध्ये प्रत्येक वेळी थॉमस सर आमच्या इथे प्रेझेंट होते आणि त्यांना जसं हवंय किंवा आम्हाला सुद्धा जसं हवं आहे तसं त्यांनी वर्कर्स कडून पूर्ण काम करून घेतलं आहे. आणि जेव्हा जेव्हा काम सुरू होतं विदिन 3 to 4 months 3 months मध्ये जेवढं काय आमचं काम झालं तेव्हा प्रत्येक वेळी थॉमस सरांनी 15 दिवसातून विदिन 15 days मध्ये सरांनी प्रत्येक वेळी येऊन व्हिजिट केली आणि प्रत्येक वर्करला एक डायरेक्शन दिलं आहे की हे गुड आहे, हे व्यवस्थित चाललं आहे की नाही म्हणून. सर प्रत्येक वेळी थॉमस सरांनी सुद्धा डायरेक्शन दिलेले आहेत व्यवस्थित.